threads of history and the myriad of paths. My path saw the Imperium rise from the ashes left in the wake of the Great Revolt. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of the human mind. With that commandment, new avenues of human potential were explored. Mentats, Sukh-doctors, sword masters, and the mystical Bene Gesserit sisterhood. But it was the navigators and their monopoly on space travel that set the conditions for the Imperium. But I am telling you of the universe you already know. Let me describe the one you do not. In this other universe, my mother, Lady Jessica, consort to Duke Leto Atreides, gave birth to a daughter, a girl they named Ariste. Because of her obedience to the Bene Gesserit, Lady Jessica is trained as a truth-sayer. Because of that training, Lady Jessica was able to detect Dr. Yue's deception. Because of the forewarning of his betrayal, House Atreides survived the Battle of Arrakeen. Because of their survival, the Emperor declared a full-scale war of assassins. Because of the war,
Communinet Theatre presents an Arrakeen Playhouse production of 5 Days at Carthage. Brought to you by the generous patronage of the Padishah Emperor and the tireless support of the Spice Miners Fellowship and the Leisure Committee. And now, it's time to dim the lights and return with us to those fateful days before catastrophe came calling. It's part 3 of 5 Days at Carthage.
The Imperial Scenarist Guild has been provided unfettered access to the sealed records and testimonies of those who survived the Carthage incident. The following dramatization represents the official truth, as judged and signed by the Imperial Chamber Court and Audit Council.
So let us journey then to the burning sands of Arrakis, a desert planet in a far-flung corner of the known universe. The year 1094, and the war of assassins between House Atreides and enemy House Harkonnen is well underway. We join our story alongside a capacity crowd at the Great Carthage Amphitheater. As the Battle of Windsec is reenacted for the enthusiastic crowd, anticipation continues to build for the main event. The history-making return of the legendary gladiator, Argus Fear.
Do you hear them, Argus? All of that for you.
Do not overfill my ears with honey, old dog. I hear the crowd well enough. I also hear the sound and fury of Lusk and fire.
The Battle of Windsec, I believe. You know how the Harkonnen love their reenactments.
Never heard of any bloody Windsec.
A local engagement of some import. The exact details elude me, but I gather it didn't end well for the Harkonnens.
Why celebrate it then?
I'm told there is some disagreement on the specifics of how the battle concluded, and who, in fact, was responsible for the rather costly destruction of a Spice Guild facility situated there.
The Harkonnens, no doubt.
I believe the Baron would claim otherwise.
He would, wouldn't he? Where is my damned spice? The skin on my legs feel as if it's both swelling and tightening at the same time. The pressure's building. Oh, where's my damned spice? That Harkonnen bootlick should be here by now.
There he is. Control yourself, Argus. And do keep in mind we are here at their suburbs.
Now, enough of your prattling, page. You're beginning to sound like my sixth wife. Damn her eyes.
Oh, hello. You're not Vestari?
No, Vestari had to attend a pressing matter. I am here in his stead.
What could be more pressing than my bloody spice? My legs feel as if they're about to burst and shower the room with gore.
I have your spice. As requested, a 7% solution of melange, elaka oil, and Karana brandy.
Did you mix it yourself?
Who the devil cares? Give it here! No, Alex. Go easy on the lad. I'm in no rush to be anywhere, and I wish to enjoy a nice day in the country.
He'll sleep for a while now. The battle is still hours away. I know it looks bad. We're mostly retired these days, but when the Baron calls, Argus can never refuse. I'm afraid his vanity wouldn't allow it.
I grew up listening to Argus Fear on the Communinet. My father said he was the greatest gladiator in the known universe.
Unfortunately, maintaining a reputation as the greatest gladiator in the known universe comes at heavy cost. By now, Argus has had every major organ slashed, crushed, or punctured. Every bone broken multiple times. He's had so many parts rebuilt, replaced, or regrown completely over the years that Beni Tlilax will no longer guarantee their work. They say he shouldn't even be alive.
I had no idea.
No one does. As I said before, his vanity would never allow it. Still, the chronic pain he endures on a daily basis would drive most men to self-annihilation. But Argus Fear will never willingly die. His vanity would never allow it.
And with that, the Battle of Windsec is litigated once again. The crowd making plain their love for the Baron's men, in spite of the long shadow cast by the outcome of that very battle. Everyone knows the Atreides were responsible for Winsack. That much has never been in doubt. House Harkonnen was punished because your thick-headed cousin Glossu destroyed the moonfish industry on Caladan.
I've heard that before, and it's ridiculous. What could fish halfway across the universe possibly have to do with Winsack?
Let me ask you this, dear. Who spearheaded the Imperial investigation into the destruction at Winsack?
Your boss, Hasamir Fenring. Everyone knows this.
Oh, I wonder if that's the same Hasamir Fenring that was heavily invested in the moonfish industry. I hear that Fenring lost over a third of his fortune when the industry collapsed. Can you imagine?
The bastard.
Who? Fenring or your lunk-headed cousin?
The Count bleeds our house dry with massive debt for a facility we didn't even destroy.
You know I love you and your whole eccentric family, dearest. But if someone deliberately reduced our holdings by a third...
I would skin them alive, of course.
Spoken like a true Harkonnen. Would you deny Count Fenring the same? I doubt House Harkonnen is substantively injured in anything other than pride. But enough of this. Are the girls ready? The streets are filled with revelers, and I'm not going to be late again. It erodes my authority, and I resent it.
Girls! What?
How dare you address your mother that way, as if you were speaking to common Mara? Try again.
Yes, Mother? You all look so lovely. It's a shame Feyd-Rautha won't be there to see you. What? What do you mean he won't be there? I heard over the steward comms. It seems Feyd and some of the cousins were readying to attend the arena when a contest of boasting broke out. Of course, it wasn't long before an impromptu hunting party formed, and the group found themselves on a highliner bound for Rosek. Rosek? I'm not going. Me neither.
You're dressed, you're going. Consider it your sole familial obligation. I had those dresses brought in from Chusik at great expense. You will be seen in them.
Not by Feyd-Rautha. And he's the only one we care about. Feyd is the premier get as far as eligible bachelors are concerned, darling.
Who put that nonsense in their heads, hmm?
It's true. Ever since the Atreides girl humiliated him at Arsent, Feyd has been actively receiving suitors.
Whores, you mean? Oh, you're fooling yourselves, girls. All of you. You haven't the slightest chance with Feyd-Rautha. No. His mate will be selected for political advantage above all, and we offer none.
Mother!
I know you think me cruel, but it's the truth.
Grim tidings, High Prefect.
Girls, out. You stay, darling. Davros, report.
We're getting calls from all wards, sir. Somehow, a sizable supply of alcohol has made it through the security zone. It's being distributed throughout the city.
Throughout the city?
Drunken debauchery reported in all wards, sir. We're shutting down pores as fast as we can, but we can't keep up.
I told them this would happen. You can't drive the workers harder and harder and take away their outlets at the same time. The pressure can only build so much before it explodes.
So what do we do, sir?
What do? We do nothing. Perhaps the alcohol is a gift. Perhaps the crowds will have a riotous good time and wear themselves out before we see any proper unrest. What is your read on the crowd's temper, Davros?
Happy, sir. Excited for the most part. Excited for Argus Veer, that is.
If there's one clever move Lord Raban has made in recent memory, darling, it's delivering the great gladiator. I thought the old hedgehog was retired.
He is, but Glossu had nothing to do with it. Argus Veer is here at the Baron's request.
Well, it doesn't matter who brought him. What matters is that he's here. I shudder to think about how the crowd might respond Were they denied their spectacle?
Well, we'll all be denied, sir, if we don't get going. Your ground car awaits.
Vastari! What happened to Valentin?
Who? I know I'm late with your spies, but it's been insane up top. The crowd's worked up as I have never seen.
Oh my. Argus.
Yeah, well, better wake him already. He's up next.
I think that might be a problem.
I can get a bucket of water or something.
We're going to need more than a bucket of water, I'm afraid. Argus Thea is dead.
You're tuned to Harvester Radio, the Dune Man source for bulletins, weather, and matters of import to the Spice Miners Guild. It's the Graven Gang, presented by the Imperial Scenerist Guild and Linder and Gold Coffee. Wake up with Linder and Gold. We put the spice in it for you.
The Grabbin' Gang was recorded before a live studio audience.
Another day, another Solari.
Breakfast is ready.
Well, then, so am I.
Good morning, love.
It's a great morning, sunshine, especially since we're starting the day with Lindarin Gold coffee.
You know, they put the spice in it for us.
Thank you, Lindarin Gold.
Morning, Mom and Dad. Canute asked me to go to the festival with him.
Wait, which one is Canute? The one who dresses like a Kirab?
No, that's Faisal. Canute is the one with the, you know... You know, the father is of the Siege persuasion.
Oh, the Fremen half-breed.
Dad, stop being horrible. They're called Town Fremen, and they separated from their Siege brethren generations ago.
Oh, that's great. And now you're going to the festival together. Enchanted.
I'm forcing Canute to go and have a good time. Forcing him? Why? He's been mopey ever since the Fremen disappeared. I want to lift his spirits. Oh, that's so sweet, honey.
Well, you better get used to the idea. I don't think the Fremen are ever coming back. The Emperor made sure of that.
Ugh, I've got to go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Nana!
Why not?
Don't be coy. I know you're mad for the festival, especially the spice cake competition.
Oh, this is my year, Marika. The golden hat will be mine.
Recipe?
See, that would be incorrect, my dear, because I am not working on a secret recipe. I am working on the secret recipe.
Oh, come on, Dove. You say that every year. And every year, Old Man Rashad's spice cake takes the hat.
Well, not this year, lovely. I've got a super secret ingredient that's gonna blow the judge's mind.
Is it more spice? Because if it isn't more spice, you're wasting your damn time.
Shut up, Mum!
What's your secret ingredient, Dove?
Oh, you know, just a little something I picked up. He calls it Flavor Enhancer 3000.
Frank, are we talking about the Frank that built a fart filter into his still suit?
Look, don't be insensitive. He has gastrointestinal issues, and it's not a joking matter.
Oh, then you must be talking about the Frank that invented the thumper with a musical accompaniment.
But I'll have you know that was genius and worked as intended. I mean, unless you listen to it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doug. I don't think Old Man Rashad has too much to worry about.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I should give the flavor enhancer a pass.
I told you, Bobby! Every time!
Stay out of this, Mum! Come on!
This is all. But what does it say for you? Have your fortune told and learn what fate has in store. Only 25 Solaris.
Did the judge come around yet, Doug?
Not yet. Where's Junie?
Looks like they're in line for the fortune teller.
Oh, no! That's Old Man Rashad's booth.
Look at that line. He must have been they're at a buy and size up the competition.
You just want to try his cake, don't you?
Is that so wrong?
About me?
Oh, I'll get you a piece too.
Well, that is not what I meant.
I know, but I will get you a piece.
Yeah, all right, fine.
Swept across the mountains and
Hey there, neighbor.
so too have they swept through
Frank,
uncounted miles.
Why did you think you'd show?
Scouring the truth
Because
of
I wouldn't
history
use your invention.
of a
Come on.
thousand generations
Have you
of
no,
memory.
Frankie boy, to be a quitter? No, but
And beyond time
still hopeful.
itself, one has presided.
come on, buddy.
One who marks not the moon
Sector
of
weather.
stars.
Alert Sam.
One whose
old
command
family
of
deserves
power
it.
is infinite.
Rashad said
Whose
we're
knowledge is
Take that to
fathomless.
bed with me.
But yet bears witness
Through his mind.
Yes,
Dry, eh? Not too
Shai
moist, just...
Hulud is at the center and throughout.
So,
Shai
what do you say we
Hulud
make this a
holds
little
our
more...
feet above the sand and guides each step we take.
Well, that depends. Do you think
Safeguarding
it's the
our
Flavor
future.
Enhancer
So
3000?
too the Shai
Isn't
Hulud
it?
reminds us
Right
of
on the money.
genesis of all
Let's
things,
sprinkle some on.
the origin without
Sure about
beginning,
this, Frank?
and
Well, you
admonishes
got me
us
around,
against
Dom.
our
I'm
forgetting.
sure for the both of us.
But we do not forget. No! For that is what Shai Hulud demands. That we are steadfast.
I haven't
That
lost
we
yet.
endure. That we are ever changes in our remembering.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
In
time to
direction,
announce the
Shai
Golden Hat
Hulud
winner
is
for this year's Spice
unwavering.
Cake competition.
In judgment,
And
resolute.
the winner is...
In movement,
No
inexorable.
Danica Default Well!
In authority, absolute. We must correct, shoulder this burden, and win the rewards of the faithful. We carry the words, and we triumph over our adversaries.
We actually bloody did
Not
it!
all women have kept their bond.
Congratulations, Dom. We're just as shocked as you are.
Constant in their devotion.
Come around, all. There's
No.
enough for everyone to have a
Our
taste.
so-called
The
brethren
line
of the
starts
desert
behind
are
my
Fremen
wife right
in
there.
name
And here's
only.
some for you. And you,
Fremen
and
is a
you,
name that
Governor. And a
unites.
big piece for you. I like the look of your face. One for you, little boy, and your mum.
It is a name that starts a name
I don't think it's an overstatement to say
The way, yes, you're just chipping in. In fact, the winning cake was baked with real spice and the Flavor Enhancer
Yes.
3000.
Flavor what now?
Yes.
Flavor Enhancer 3000.
Now, my
A
sisters,
new dimension
my
in flavor,
brothers,
discovered
my
and refined by
warriors.
yours truly, Franklin
know
Monk.
that Shai Hulud
can't
is
believe
the
I'm
light
saying this,
of
Frank.
Arrakis.
One of your
And the
hairbrained
mass
inventions
correct
finally
of the
paid
water
off.
Sanctify
Oh,
your
my.
hearts, my people.
What was
And
that?
forever live in Shai
You,
Hulud.
You okay, Mr. Judge?
Sorry, I don't know what came over me. I...
Frank! I forgot to tell you about that part. What part, Frank? In certain rare cases, it seems that the Flavor Enhancer 3000 may cause some gastrointestinal distress. Certain rare cases, eh? Almost all the time.
In light of this new information, Dove, I'm afraid we cannot award you the Golden Hat.
Well, we didn't win. But at least we didn't do any permanent damage. Yeah, Dad. That's progress.
But you know what? All things considered.
Yeah, we did.
Another day, another Solari.
This is Dune man Keith Villari, reminding you to secure all guild equipment at first worm sign. My crew waited too long, and lost both crawler and carryall to the Leviathan. We thought we'd landed the big bonus, but now it will take generations for our children and grandchildren to work off our debt to the guild. Be profitable. Be safe.
Dune, the battle for Arrakis.
The Combine Hornet Communinet Theater presents an Arakeen Playhouse production of 5 Days at Carthage. Brought to you by the generous patronage of the Padishah Emperor and the tireless support of the Spice Miners Fellowship and Leisure Committee. And now, it's time to dim the lights and return with us to those fateful days before catastrophe came calling. It's part 4 of 5 Days at Carthage.
The Imperial Scenarist Guild has been provided unfettered access to the sealed records and testimonies of those who survived the Carthage incident. The following dramatization represents the official truth, as judged and signed by the Imperial Chamber Court and Aulic Council.
So let us journey then to the burning sands of Arrakis, a desert planet in a far-flung corner of the known universe. The year is 10194, and the war of assassins between House Atreides and their ancient enemy House Harkonnen is well underway. Once again, we join our story in the tunnels below the great Carthage amphitheater. After months of being overworked and forbidden from all vice, a massive cargo load of illicit alcohol has found its way into the city and flasks of the anxious capacity crowd.
What happened, Val? You've been gone forever.
More importantly, is it done?
It's done. I poisoned my boyhood idol, my father's boyhood idol. An old man at the end of his rope, just hanging on for one last time in the spotlight. One last bow.
Something bad happened.
Oh. My path back here took me through the main concourse, where I came face to face with a 20-meter hologram of you, Stisk. Then you, Zoe, Jingo, Max, and finally me.
No way. How can they be?
I'm gonna have to pull up a YouTube video.
Not just the Harkonnens, the Imperials as well. There's an alert on both communinets.
Don't worry about it. I've got it covered.
Bullshit, you've got it covered. They know we're here. It's a miracle none of them followed me back.
I said don't worry about it. In about 10 minutes, we're all gonna walk out of here together right through the main concourse.
You drinking your own supplies, Disc? Our faces are probably spinning on every corner in the city by now.
There's security everywhere.
In 10 minutes, the authorities are gonna be too busy to even care about us.
What are you talking about? Too busy with what?
Too busy with the poor people of Carthag. So tired, so overworked, and forbidden from even a drop of the good stuff to ease their troubled minds.
Until we come in and drop a cargo load of paint stripper into the pent-up town.
They overindulge. But can you blame them? All that angst has to erupt somewhere. But what do you think's gonna happen when they learn their beloved hero is dead?
There's no way they could know. It just happened, and it takes a while for word to get out.
Not if someone's already putting that word.
We told everyone, boss.
People were pissed.
And you'd be surprised how fast word spread.
I really love this Argus Fear guy. Who is he?
I already told you. He's the greatest bloody gladiator in the last 300 years.
I don't watch blood sports. I'm more of a Geops guy.
I predict a full-blown riot. 10 minutes tops.
That's how we're gonna walk out of here. The crowd's all liquored up and pissed off. When they hear Argus Fear is dead, there's gonna be blood in the streets. It would be impossible to track in the chaos.
Oh, not just the crowd is liquored up. How about the whole damn city?
But how do they know it's us, Stisk?
The vault we hit with the containers of booze? I reported it all destroyed with the rest of Simpo.
But it wasn't destroyed. You lied to your own people.
Then we stole from them. What the hell, Stisk? And how did they find us so fast?
Our cover was blown the minute we hit Carthag airspace.
Impossible. Smuggler Ornis have standard-issue transponder masking.
They do. But our cover wasn't blown by the Harks or the Imperials. It was blown by our own side. Of course they would recognize their own transponder mask.
What did you do to us, Stisk? We can never go home now.
Sorry, Val. If there was any other way...
Any other way to do what? Betray and steal from our own?
She doesn't care about the smugglers, Val. This is all about the Harkonnens.
That's right. The Baron and all his spawn can go to hell and take their city with them. Carthag can burn to the ground for all I care. Just like Simpo. If they get out of time, there's more chance than my sister got.
What the blazes is the hold of Davros? This ground car hasn't moved in 10 minutes.
It's the crowd, sir. As you correctly surmised, they seem particularly agitated.
Blast it, man. I told you to take the back way and damn the main thoroughfares.
This is the back way, sir. I'm getting reports from all precincts. The people are well lubricated and taking to the streets.
Father?
What, Ludmilla? Can't you bloody well see I'm working?
Oh, relax, dearest. The poor girl only said she has to...
Damn it. I told you all to go before we left. Davros, what do you suggest?
I have a cup, sir?
I'm asking about the mob, Davros. The angry, inebriated mob encircling us at this very moment.
Wait a second, sir. There's a bulletin being flashed on all Communinet frequencies.
Put it through.
This is Chome Communinet 1 with an emergency bulletin. At 21 local time, Carthage officials announced the death of famed gladiator Argus Fear. Further reports indicate widespread unrest throughout the city, as well as full-scale rioting at Amphitheater Square. Prefecture authorities have ordered the streets cleared, effective immediately, as a curfew is now in effect. Let's go live now to...
I am surrounded by fools, darling. I'm not the drunken, slack-jawed apes cavorting just beyond. No, the fools I lament are the dead-eyed imposters within my own organization. The so-called prefecture authorities that have, for some unknowable reason, ordered a curfew and the streets cleared. 2 orders that I, as the High Prefect of Carthage, with the most complete knowledge of our forces' capabilities, would submit
we have no bloody hope in hell of enforcing. 2 orders that will, in the end, only serve to incite the drunken mob more, if not compel them to violence.
Darling, the girls are afraid.
Listen, girls, this is a Series 7 armored ground car. The same vehicle used in the Emperor's own livery. The Series 7 is renowned throughout the Imperium for its immense.
Amphitheater security has been overwhelmed, sir. The surrounding precincts are pulling back as well. Word is, this is escalating into a full-scale revolt.
Darling, if we don't survive this, I want you to know, I hate your entire family. Whatever happened to set this off? Oh, you can be sure there's a Harkonnen at the bottom of it.
Actually, sir, reports are coming in attributing both the alcohol and death of Argus Fear to a rogue smuggler and her crew. Still, I suggest we withdraw to the residence until the situation is secure.
Yes, Stavros, get us out of here.
Sir, do you mean...
Yes, Stavros. Engage the battering ram.
Very good, sir. Now would be a good time to ensure all your safety harnesses are well fastened. It gets quite bumpy with ramming speed.
This is your master inspirator with the daily motivational. Today, we must remember when you live with purpose, hard work isn't an option. It's a necessity.
A seasoned crew chief goes missing from an iconic harvester, and nothing is as it seems. In this tale of intrigue, betrayal, and deadly ambition, the sands of Arrakis hide many secrets. Join us now as we begin to unravel the dark and mysterious truth behind the disappearance of Crew Chief Jarek Thorne. It's Death on the Titan, Episode 1, Eye of the Storm.
It was my first time on the Sand Titan, but I knew it well. Everyone did. It was the last of the old Venport Demeter 4 super harvesters. A 6-deck factory harvester with a rebuilt Dyrmidium centrifuge. A rust-hued colossus that become more than its well-worn constituent parts. The Sand Titan had become a symbol of the Spice Miners Guild itself. Its silhouette was a well-known and comforting sight upon the dunes. But I wasn't there for the tour. I'd followed a long and circuitous route from Transport Thopter to Transport Thopter as I worked my way into the deep desert where the Sand Titan roamed. As a senior ombudsman for the Spice Miners Guild, it was my job to solve problems and make sure that the spice kept flowing. The spice wasn't flowing, though. The Sand Titan had been pinned down between two storm fronts and had gone dark. That wasn't unusual. The deep desert was known to be a chaotic and violent wasteland with rapidly shifting weather patterns, amongst other palpable dangers. No, the unusual part was the content of a secure transmission from the Titan's command deck. It turns out there'd been a suspicious death on the Great Harvester, and the crew was paralyzed with anger and fear. Unfortunately, anger and fear are bad for production. So I was ordered out of my comfortable existence in Arrakeen to find the Sand Titan and make things right. As the last leg of my fragmented journey neared its completion, I examined Chief Thorne's guild record once more. Chief Thorne was a man of discipline and was well regarded by his crew. By all accounts, Thorne wasn't one to shirk his responsibilities or fail in his duties. Now, in fact, Thorne had never even been late for a single shift until that fateful night. My first interviews were with the tool pushers assigned to Thorne's shift.
He just didn't show up.
I knew right away something was wrong. So I went down to check his cabin, but he wasn't there.
We were between two Coriolis fronts at the time, so we were running dark.
That means we were operating mechanical only. All electronic systems were shut down. You know, to protect against the heavy electromagnetic interference generated by the storms.
Anyhow, like I said, we were running dark, which means all holograms were offline. We had no quick way of finding them.
Yeah, the Titan's a massive beast.
So, what did you do?
We did it the slow way. Searched everywhere from the top down.
That's the command deck, the mess, the crew deck, the crew lounges, the intake deck, the processing deck, the storage racks, shaft disposal.
Yes, sir, Papa Nuts, welcome back.
No easy feat in the edge of two hard-charging Coriolis fronts.
And what did you find?
Nothing. No one had seen Thorne anywhere.
It was like he vanished. Thin air.
Hours passed as the crew's anxiety grew with each tick of the clock. Then, in the early morning light, shift supervisor Lena Orloff made a gruesome discovery.
I found him. What was left of him, anyway. His body had been pulverized in the separator. I only knew it was him from the clotted tufts of blonde hair mixed into the stew of blood and bone.
Crew Chief Thorne was dead. That was for certain. And the circumstances of his death were anything but clear. But what might have been written off as an accident at first soon began to look more and more suspicious. Dead man switch.
Didn't have the right weapon on.
Someone had to deliver the override that and multiple other safety features to cause this.
At that point, Captain Andahar Noah, the Sand Titan's capable leader, sent his call for help before launching his own investigation. And among the crew, one name quickly rose to the surface. Deckhand Rico Ma. After an anonymous report, Rico had been investigated for skimming unprocessed spice, an offense that led to a heated confrontation with crew chief Thorne. Tell me, Tessa, how did you come to be in the crew lounge when Thorne and Rico came to blows?
It was Captain Noah's Oath Day. I was passing through the lounge on my way to pick up the cake.
And what did you see when you got there?
Thorne and Rico going at it. Well, there was a lot of yelling at first, but it got physical quick. I mean, Rico was a big guy, but Thorne knew how to fight and laid a beating on Rico. We separated them before it got too bad, but you could see for yourself. The holocam caught the last part.
You think you can humiliate me like this? I'll be shitting teeth for a month. Count yourself lucky, thief. In the old days, they would have fed you through the mechanical separator. I have no bloody idea how that got there. I've never seen that before.
The incident had been diffused, for the time being. But the tension between Thorne and Rico was palpable. Was it enough to drive Rico Ma to murder? That's what I was working to find out.
I was shift supervisor in Chief Thorne's next rotation.
And how would you characterize Thorne's state of mind?
Thorne was worried. He didn't report the fight with Rico straight away, which is weird for such a
There's a lot of
arrow.
pentashields.
What happened next?
We don't know all the details, but holocam coverage tracked Rico to Thorne's cabin later the same night. There was some kind of second altercation.
Did Rico have an alibi for the time of Thorne's disappearance?
No, he didn't. He claimed he was in his quarters the whole time. But the storm front had closed in and we were running dark. There was no way to confirm his location with the holocams.
So, with suspicions mounting against the deckhand, Captain Noah ordered Rico Ma to the brig.
And what we found next raised even more questions.
What am I looking at?
That's a mnemonic film wire containing a coded message to Thorne.
I knew exactly what it was, but I wanted to learn what the shift supervisor knew.
As far as we could tell, the code was based on old cipher used by Atreides signal intelligence.
The plot was thickening. Why was Thorne receiving secret messages from the Atreides? And why...
I knew that you would come. I saw you in my dreams. Even my loyal lieutenants were unable to keep you at bay. And for what? I did everything that they asked of me. Find the Fremen. There were no Fremen to find. So I did the next best thing. I created new Fremen. Better Fremen. My Mas Karet. Still, it is never enough. I'm tired of being afraid. Tired of the voices that they put in my head. Please, let us end this. One way or another.
Successfully done so. Thus far. Or have
Join us again next time. And we dive deeper into the enigmatic depths of but until then, stay vigilant Titan return.
Heavens stand open and scatter their riches. My hands need but gather their will. Why do I think of an ambush and poison in my molten cup? Why do I feel my years? Love's arms beckon with their naked delights, and Eden's
Damn, she looks crazy.
promises of ecstasies. Why do I remember the scars, dream of old transgressions? And why do I sleep with fears?
Is that what they do down here? I touched the worm and died instantly. I'm not even gonna try licking that thing.
This is your master inspirator with the daily motivational. To Today, we must remember, we don't work for recognition, but to work worthy of recognition. Incarnate Communinet Theater presents an Arakin Playhouse production of 5 Days at Carthage. Brought to you by the generous patronage of the Padishah Emperor and the tireless support of the Spice Miners Fellowship and Leisure Committee. And now, it's time to dim the lights and return with us to those fateful days before catastrophe came calling. It's part 2 of 5 Days at Carthage.
The Imperial Scenarist Guild has been provided unfettered access to the sealed records and testimonies of those who survived the Carthage incident. The following dramatization represents the official truth, as judged and signed by the Imperial Chamber Court and Aulic Council.
I'm about to do some spice.
Journey then to the burning sands of Arrakis, a desert planet in a far-flung corner of the known universe. The year is 10-1-94, and the war of assassins between House Atreides and their ancient enemy House Harkonnen is well underway. We join our story in the bleak hills of the Simpo Uplands, a barren and windswept place, devoid of any life. Devoid, but for the crew of smugglers carefully negotiating the rad-blasted hellscape.
The locals say these hills are haunted.
What locals? There are no locals. Not anymore.
A half-blind fortune teller in Arson said these hills were wild with evil spirits.
She called them Jinn.
The bigger question is, how the hell a half-blind fortune teller in Arson knew to talk about these hills at all? Did we not agree to keep quiet about coming here? Simple was a restricted sector. Sodercar kill on sight if they find you.
I didn't say we were coming. I asked if it was haunted. Chingo and Max were saying it was, and I don't want any part of any ghosts or jinns or whatever.
So, what'd your half-blind fortune teller say?
He told us an old grabbing tale about the jinn. Angry spirits, born when someone dies suddenly and violently, without knowing the how or why of it. Sorry, Stisk. Val said you had people in Simpo.
Contact. Get ready. Around the next bend on my mark. Go!
Hold up! Hold up!
What? What is it?
I didn't know what it was, but I got some on my boots.
I got it in my mouth.
Looks like it could have been a kit fox. There's a bit of tail.
Boss, if anyone else is in this sector, that was very loud.
What are we doing here anyway? I'm told this is a restricted sector. The Sardaukar kill on sight.
This one's got us in. Let's kill her.
You can try.
Time to move.
We're here for an old family heirloom. A necklace I left in the care of my sister.
Didn't mark you as the sentimental type.
Sentimental got nothing to do with it. What's mine is mine. As long as my toad of a mother didn't find it and trade it for a pinch of spice.
What makes you think it isn't a hardened pile of scrap with the rest of the place?
Maybe it is. That's what we're here to find out.
What is this stuff?
Regular old sand. Heated to 5,500 degrees.
Who did this?
Surprised you don't know. Your Honorable Duke was in the thick of it.
It was before she arrived on Arrakis. And not a story either side wishes to tell.
What story, Val?
Simpo was a Harkonnen village. Even after Shaddam took Arrakis from us.
He means the village elders were bought and paid for.
Anyway, it seems the town water system had a crack in it, or a deficiency of some kind. But no matter how many times the village petitioned us for help, they were met with typical Harkonnen indifference. Granted, we had a war of assassins to wage, and there were other priorities. But that didn't sit so well with the younger folk in the town.
Seems that dying of thirst makes you cranky. Go figure.
So let me guess. They went behind your backs to the Atreides.
Yeah, you got a smart one here, Val. Don't screw it up.
Of course. The clever bastard Dufir Howard immediately saw both the strategic and propagandic value in turning a Harkonnen stronghold. Duke Leto tasked his best men with the job.
You know, I don't think propagandic is a word, you big ox.
What did the Harks do?
Harkonnen loyalists within the town began a campaign of sabotage to discredit the Atreides and undermine the sister project.
Typical Harkonnen treachery.
A superficial investigation uncovered the treachery, but the Atreides engineers couldn't prove their innocence and were ultimately arrested.
I'm sure that didn't sit well with the Duke.
The Atreides acted quickly and decisively, deploying a full garrison to free their engineers and install the younger upstart villagers as the new town leadership.
I'm sure that fat slig of a Baron loved to hear that.
He did not. But he was spread too thin to do much about it. Even when the new town leadership formalized their fealty to House Atreides.
Good for them. Sorry, Val, but your old crew were a band of snakes.
You must never be sorry for observing the truth. But at the same time, snakes are at their most dangerous when cornered.
What happened?
The Baron grew tired of losing ground to the Atreides, and dispatched the biggest snake of all to fix his nephew's problems.
Peter de Vries, the Lord High Snake himself.
Upon returning to Arrakis, Peter de Vries' first order of business was to organize the destruction of Simpo, as a warning and message to those who contemplated disloyalty. A massive host of Harkonnen house troops arrived in the dead of night to encompass the town. Outnumbered and surrounded, it was all the Atreides could do to fall back and await reinforcements.
The Harkonnen went on to execute all 27 of the young villagers who collaborated with the Atreides. My sister Sigrid among them.
I did not know that.
Of course you didn't, kid, but I don't hold that against you. I hold it against every other living and breathing Harkonnen and anyone who serves them.
That still doesn't explain the melted sand.
When the sun rose the next morning, the Atreides emerged from their bunker to find the Harkonnens were gone. Their relief was short-lived, though, when fire began to rain from the sky.
The Baron kept a stockpile of ancient siege artillery from the old Empire.
And did this?
The Atreides force and most of the town were incinerated in their beds. Just in time for a massive Coriolis storm to come along and blow away anything left behind.
Sorry to interrupt your Greek tragedy, but I think we're being followed.
We are. The last 2 clicks or so. Keep going, we're almost there.
Almost where?
The rubble pile that used to be my home. This way. Here it is. Not much to look at topside.
Topside?
Cover me.
A trap door.
Guess I was born a smuggler. Pull it shut behind you.
Damn. Scorched and melted.
I was worried about that. The heat from the bombardment. This place like an oven.
So we came all this way for nothing?
Not for nothing.
What kind of necklace is that?
Shit. I thought we'd have more time.
What's the plan here, boss?
Same as always. Kill them before they kill us.
What's waiting for us up there, Stisk?
Probably half the scabs in the Hacker Basin.
Oof. That's...
Oh, look, the kitten is back. Do we have business? Oh, very good, kitten. Both of your targets are dead. But I have not received new instructions for you yet. Return later, and I will have more. About the dead people? Well, color me fascinated, kitten. Most people want to put that sort of thing behind them. Glowing marks? No, but it sounds fascinating. Or deranged. I suppose our mutual friend knows, but he isn't telling.
This next canto is disturbing. You have my sympathies. If your tongue offends, remove it. If your eyes cause you to stumble, pluck them out.
And now, our next and finest episode. The Sand Tiger Shark, Cacharius taurus, native to Old Terra. The sand tiger displays a curious reproductive strategy, one of intrauterine cannibalism. When the youngest embryonic shark reaches a certain size threshold, it kills and devours its siblings. In the blackness of the primordial pocket ocean, that is the sand tiger hunts its fellow embryos, absorbing their nutrients and achieving exponential growth. When the lone sand tiger shark emerges from the womb, it is stronger and better able to deal with predators and dangers. And what of you, little Adelphage? Do you grow? Are you enjoying your recent feast? Or does it not fit?
I can show you the way. Follow the guide. Have you seen what you needed to see? Is this the path you desired? Consider the strands that came before. Consider the strands that lie ahead. Consider whom you allowed to become entangled in those strands. Consider the choices.
I have something for us, but you must act quickly. An Ixian freighter lost contact with the spaceport at Arakeen on its descent from the Highliner. I don't know what it's carrying, but it's a safe bet that the command deck will carry the Ixian decoder technology we need. The problem is that Ixian tech is rare and valuable, so you'd better get there before the wreck is picked clean by scavengers. You'll know it by its name, the Hephaestus. I guess that makes you Prometheus in this story.
Well, fuck me.
Fuck you, fuck me.
I'm
The
about to have...
scout is fucked.
Why? Did you leave it out?
I think I did. But it wasn't intentional. I assumed that my shield would still... Oh, fuck me. You know what? On second thought, I might just detach the wings and scrap them. And then make new ones.
They're still good for a little bit, but alright. Definitely put that ornithopter someplace inside, though. Like I said, you could use my base too, though.
Because everything that can be repaired, repaired.
Park it over here if you don't have a place for it.
I don't have... Hold on. I don't have my thing.
Well, you can fly it over here and park it without your thing.
With what wings?
Well, put them back on and fly it over here and then take it back off.
I'd have to fix them. There's two of them that are or three of them that are completely damaged.
No, I said fuck me because I have to now go to the deep desert.
Oh.
Can I move my buggy back in here? It feels empty without it.
Yeah, but I'm not done with it.
Well, take it back out of here when you need it again. It feels weird with it not being in the corner.
Okay. Yeah, you can have it back.
Cause I logged in tonight and I was like, where the fuck is my buggy? I was like, oh wait, she has. Oh man, it just feels so weird. I'm not used to not smacking with my wings every time I bring my ornithopter down to the basement level. What the fuck is this thing? Is it an umbrella?
I have no idea. I guess it might be like a landing platform.
For guests or something, I don't know.
Yeah, that's strange.
I'm gonna finish this last quest and then get off here.
Okay.
I might die, though. I'm going to a PvP place from the overworld map. Do you know who Hephaestus is? In Greek mythology? Who is Prometheus? Is he...
I have no idea.
Oh shit, son.
Oh there. It seems this poor bastard
That's
has
a
some
dashing
metal lodged in
nobleman.
his throat. Nothing to be done about it, of course, unless you're a sick doctor, which I'm fairly certain you are not. Yes, quite the opposite, in fact. You have the look of a degenerate killer about you. A happy development, as it were. It just so happens I'm in need of a degenerate killer. The smoke from this wreckage is already visible across 3 sectors. By sunset, this wreck will be crawling with scavengers of every stripe, out from their hidey holes to pick the bones clean. You and I must complete our rescue before that swarm arrives. While the ship released a brief distress call in the minutes before impact, there was a second, discreet call on an encrypted frequency. A frequency reserved for the Regis Familia, which puts me in a bit of a bind. I'm highborn, and while I was merely passing through, I am honor-bound to investigate any distress call transmitted on a noble frequency. I don't expect you to understand, gutterborn as you surely are.
Oh, he called me
But
gutterborn.
understand this. As the sole-ranking Imperial subject of the First Order, I am fully empowered to compel your assistance on this mission. You will help me find and extricate the highborn passenger behind the distress call. Unless you question my authority, in which case you might find some metal lodged in your throat. Normally I'd kill you for the insult, but since I need your assistance, I help you find what you need, and you help me save the highborn. Well, luckily for you, we're on a cargo ship positively laden with advanced technological wonders. We'll find your decoder and my highborn and abscond with our spoils before the rabble of the desert shows up. Deal? Excellent. Our first order of business is to gain access to the hold. This helpful fellow suggested our distress call might have originated there. It's not unheard of for highborns to travel incognito using old cargo containers, usually refurbished with luxury appointments. The ship's hold will most assuredly be protected by a pentashield. The Ixians are randy for security. You will need to find a key. I will endeavor to locate the cargo manifest so that we may ascertain exactly which container we are looking for, and that thing you want, of course. I'll stay in contact over the net. Kill anything that moves. You're going to have to engage and secure the hold. An easy bit of murder for a killer like you. The Suboids are but brain-addled laborers with no aptitude for combat, and they are light sensitive.
What are you doing? The Suboids are gonna kill us all! I'm just crew. My name is Suf Rondi. This is my 3rd voyage on the Hephaestus. There's an eye scanner attached to the pentashield. If you've got authorization, it unlocks the pentashield. Well, yeah. No, you wouldn't! Leave me alone! Please just leave me here! Please just leave.
Hey guys, it's Connor here. In this video, we're going to be doing the assign from above. Finding your way into the cargo bay, you actually have to scan this door. I missed it a couple times, where you have to use your cutter ray to pretty much cut the locks like you do with all these others. After going through this door, you'll then start encountering some weak enemies that you'll fight, and then immediately in this room, you'll see there's this container on the right-hand side that you can use your cutter ray to scan and open. So go ahead and do that, just like so. This will have an NPC inside for you to speak to. You'll then make your way to this blue door, which you'll have to get an eye for this retina scanner. The eye is actually located on this NPC, literally behind the door. From this perspective, you'll see, you'll take... Hey guys, it's Connor here. In this video, we're going to be doing the Assign from Above quest, the part where it says reach the wreck of the Hephaestus side that you can use your cut to get the scanner to pretty much see. You'll take his eyeball like so, a bloody eyeball, and you'll use it on the scanner to pretty much open up the door. She just threw the eyeball down, that's funny. And then you're going to go through here. You'll then have to fight a horde of enemies and just wait for the game to point you.
Well, I suppose it will do. It would have been more fun to take one from someone alive, though. I've been assured the process is quite painless. Oh, not for the person losing the eye.
This dude wants me to remove somebody's eyeball, and he's like, I assure you it's actually quite painless. Oh, but not for the person that's getting their eye removed.
Yikes.
So it's painless for the person removing the eye? Of course it is.
I just built the coolest fucking thing. By accident.
Say thank you in German.
Isn't it Dankeschön?
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön.
Schön.
Schön.
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. I'm saying it. I'm literally fucking saying it. I'm not German.
I'm in the ship's power center. Emergency power is holding. Perhaps I can relay power to the lights in the cargo area. Try not to die until I solve this bit of technical tomfoolery.
Oh god, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is a suboid? And why are they attacking me? And why do they sound like zombies? Am I fighting zombies?
That was the engines. almost have it. Seventh day, the Nah Baron said, "Let there be light." That was taxing. Now, you're going to have to locate the mechanism to move the containers around. For the most part, admit the Ixian technology is reliable. So, you're looking for an Ixian decoder on
Wait,
an
how
Ixian
many
shipwreck, which makes sense. But what I'm curious about
walls
is
high
what
did I have to build for the assault ornithopter?
The mystery of your purpose here is probably...
Oh, it's just look at mine.
I have to wonder who tipped you off about this shipwreck and how you got here so fast. Don't worry, though. We can have a thorough discussion about it after we've rescued the princess and salvaged your Ixian decoder. The layout of this frigate is maddening. We're looking for container HH40236.
I'm about to come back to base.
When you come back to base, can I show you what progress I've made on my base?
Yeah.
Because I'm almost done. I have to finish building the hangar and build 2 giant-ass pentashields, and then I'm good to go.
I don't know how to get out of here, though. Oh, what is this?
Describe what you see. Leave nothing out.
The fuck?
That's Bene Gesserit garb. So our trapped noble was a Bene Gesserit. That's Bene Gesserit garb. So our trapped noble was a Bene Gesserit. An orange Catholic Bible. What's that passage again?
I'll be right back.
Beware the seeds you sow and the crops you reap. Do not curse God for the punishment you inflict upon yourself.
Papa Nuts, I'm so sorry I didn't see that you were still commenting, but thank you for being here once again. I don't believe in scatter guns. Yeah, I do. I tried to use them, but they only...
And a Communinet console set to an Atreides frequency. Looking at the system files, it seems the remaining Ixians and our Bene Gesserit noble have barricaded themselves in the bridge. Oh, and there's a mass of Suboids trying to get in. We had better hurry. I'll meet you there. I must admit something to you. I'm afraid I haven't been entirely candid about our mission. Neither my presence here nor the identity of our rescue subject are as random as I might have first let on. A Bene Gesserit sister, a noble with highly placed Atreides contacts, returning in secret from Warlock 9, home of the Bene Gesserit Mother School. I do believe my errant princess has come home at last.
Papa Nuts, if you're still here, now where do I go?
Am I okay to take 10,000 milliliters of water from your base?
Go for it.
Oh, okay. What about 20?
Go for it.
What about 30?
Deposit corpses into my steel.
You have what? So you just have corpses lying around that aren't deposited yet?
Yep.
Damn. Okay. So after the first 2 runs, then I'll go ahead and deposit 3 bodies, or just as many as you have?
Wow.
Okay.
Alright, there's something going on. I have a quest that I gotta do, and I don't know how to get to the bridge section. So I'm gonna have to backtrack my way out of here, fly back home and go to bed. Oh, hang on.
He's on to something, chat. Are your bodies next to your,
Yeah, they're in the crate.
Okay. You only have 2 corpses.
Apparently it is, motherfucker. I'm not calling you motherfucker, I'm just motherfuckering. Look, I'm going to bed. Good night, chat. Good night, Papa Nuts. Thank you for being here twice in a row. That's cool. Good night, Patricia Jimenez. Patricia, regardless. Good night, Jimenez. Good night, Assassin.
Good night.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
Okay.
Okay.